It's Week 18 of the NFL. And coming up, we'll see Malik Neighbors. There's been no shortage of work for him.
Here's the kicker, Harrison Beavis, out to get us started. And we are underway in Southern California. Oh, a good return up past the 30. And all in all, a pretty solid return. Nearly got it to the 35. They'll mark him down officially at the 34. So here's the Charger offense making their way out. They'll be led out by the #1 overall pick back in 2020 from LSU. It's Joe Burrow.
And it felt like in watching the game tape, he got everyone involved last week.
He was a manager.
He really was. That's a great way to put it because they ran the ball some. They threw it accurately. One touchdown pass, so he didn't, break the bank doing that, but he didn't throw any interceptions. That's the bottom line. That's why a defense loves a quarterback like that. Doesn't put them in bad situations.
Burrow on play action. And down he goes. Brought down a Raider sack. It'll go in the books as a 7-yard loss on the sack. And it's 3rd down. And not an easy spot here. They'll be in search of 13 yards to try to pick up the first. Now flags will come in. I think this one's going to be on the defense for jumping. A bit of a jump there, CD. He breaks the line, and that'll be 5 yards.
And you've got to stay more disciplined than that, Brandon. That's just a free gift to the offense.
The penalty helps a bit, but still 8 yards to go on 3rd down for this offense. Now it's Burrow. Oh, he had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete.
That was their first 3rd down try of the game, and clearly something was off in the execution of that play. Good news, they've got a whole game left to clean that up and start clicking on those key 3rd down throws.
He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. So a change of possession here on the punt. And it'll be Raiders football, 1st and 10. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. They'll be led out by a Heisman runner-up during his college days. It's the versatile Jalen Hurts.
And for how good he is throwing the ball, it's his running that makes him so dangerous. He had a couple of touchdowns on the ground in last week's game, so we'll see what they dial up for him for this one.
And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. Here's Hurts to throw. He's airing it out for Williams. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. Right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the 1st down and move the chains. Hurts. Well, almost, but not quite. Needed 10. He got 9. 4th down.
That was a good effort there trying to do it on his own, but as a defender, you're in a tough spot because you have coverage responsibilities behind you, and if you take off too quick to try and get him down, he might loft it over your head.
So better to track with your man defensively than try to go up and make a stop on the quarterback.
Exactly right. What you're hoping is that your guys in the front 7 can get him down.
Fair catch signaled for and taken just shy of the 30-yard line. So possession goes over here on the punt. And it'll be Charger football here as they take over. The Charger drive about to get going. And on the first drive, 3 and out. I know that these are professional athletes, but I would imagine sometimes you get the nerves at the beginning of a game still, don't you?
Those don't ever go away. And typically what I've heard from guys and what I remember from playing, if you don't have nerves at the start of the game, it's not going to be a great day for you. You're not really ready to play. So finding a way to harness those nerves and not let them affect you in a negative way, that's what all the guys are looking for.
Now Burrow. That's caught left side by Neighbors. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. Another catch for him there. This one good for 11. 1st down. Here's a quick throw out wide. It's McLaurin. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. Now we get a stoppage because a member of the Raiders shaken up on that one. And this is certainly not what you want to see in the final week of the year. We'll be back. Out of the gun, it's Burrow. It's taken in by Quentin Johnston. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. Second and a couple.
8 yards on the pickup. Brings up 2nd and 2.
To the air again, Burrow. And this is incomplete.
Well, he certainly thought he had an open look beyond the first down marker to his receiver, but they just couldn't connect, and that will send them back to the drawing board.
Burrow looking to pass. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free, and it brings up 4th down. Against a team coming off a win just as your team did the previous week, you talk about being physical all game long. Sometimes being physical is just being on the spot and helping force the incompletion. Touchdown, Chargers! Jay Ferguson with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Chargers' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points. Well, these guys have won 3 straight ball games and another good start to this one out to the 6-0 lead.
And I've talked with so many different coaches, as have you, along the way, and they always talk about winning streaks and the mood of a team and how much easier it is to actually prepare during that time. Guys are sharp, guys are focused, everyone's feeling good, and we're seeing it early in this one.
Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. Well, now how about this return? And all in all, a pretty solid return. Nearly got it to the 35. They'll mark him down officially at the 34. The Raiders offense and their quarterback coming out for their second drive. And he enters his final weekend as the league leader in rushing yards by a quarterback. He has been a dynamic dual threat all season long. First carry for DeAndre Swift. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. They'll stay on the ground with Swift. And he'll get 2, maybe 3 up near the 37. When you talk about the defense for these Chargers, they played well against the pass, currently ranked 7th in the NFL.
And I'm struggling a little bit trying to really categorize this crew. They're top 10 in the league against the pass, but the bottom half of the league in sacking the quarterback. That doesn't make sense. Imagine it.
And nothing but green grass here, middle of the field. And he will score. Touchdown, Las Vegas. Puka Nacua, 63 yards. And the Raiders are an extra point away from evening this one up. As a former DB, you might not like to see that, but from a wide receiver's perspective, those are the plays they dream of.
Correct on both counts, all right? Because once he took off, I mean, let's face it, that should have been done in Big Sky Country. Aren't any speed limits out there? And off he went. Glad I wasn't the one trying to chase him.
So I'll leave it at 7 now as they kick it away. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. The Chargers offense and receiver Malik Nabers headed onto the field. And we'll have to wait and see what his final numbers are at the conclusion of this weekend. And as he enters Week 18, the NFL's leader in receptions. The Charger drive about to get going. And they'll be looking to build off of a nice drive last time, a drive that really relied on the quarterback.
Making good decisions, distributing the ball well, distributing it accurately, keeping it away from danger. A really nicely run drive.
But now the defense, what adjustments do they need to make in the passing game?
Pass rush, pass rush, pass rush. Whether it's the guys up front or maybe you bring additional guys, but you've got to disrupt the timing of them throwing the football.
We'll see if they can disrupt it here. Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. That is caught. And he'll go out of bounds, it appears, right at the 45. A busy first quarter. His third catch of the afternoon is a first down. The Chargers come into this one looking for a 14th win on the year. And they come in on a pretty good roll here. Winners of 3 straight.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
On first down, they'll run with Chubb. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
Now it's Burrow. The short one there taken in by Ferguson. Call it a gain of 6 on the play, and it brings up 3rd and 5 now. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. From midfield now, Burrow. Only able to get back a yard for his efforts, and that leads us to 4th down.
And, partner, I would guess that in his headset he was hearing from his coach, it's 3rd down, don't take a sack. And in this case, he's able to avoid the pressure and get out of there. He doesn't get the first down, but he does turn a possible loss into positive yardage.
4th down, so they send out Trenton Gill. And a great job on special teams to down it, as this will be marked out inside the 5-yard line. The Raiders offense and running back DeAndre Swift headed back onto the field. And he's been one of the most consistent pieces of their offense all year long, no doubt. Shouldn't be much of a surprise then to see him among the league leaders in rushing here late in the season. They'll start on the ground with Swift. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Well, someone's going to be happy with that effort. And you know who else is going to be happy? His defense.
Absolutely.
He created a very long field for that offense to try to traverse.
And he got some help from Mr. Football there, checking up nicely. Good English on that punt. Fighting through it. He's got space. And he's brought down, but not before they get it across the 20-yard line. He had the touchdown earlier. This one's going to get him a first down.
First down, Raiders.
Throwing is Hurts. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Boye Mafe. It'll go as a loss of about 8 as he gets in there to drop him. But defensively on the previous play, they gave up a pretty good chunk of yardage, but right there, they got a good portion of it right back.
And if we just flip it around from the offensive perspective, took a nice step forward, and how about a couple of leaps backwards after that play? They've got to figure out a big call coming up here to try and gain that yardage back.
So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on 2nd down. From the gun, it's Hurts. That's taken in by Franklin. (7-7), our score after 1. The Raiders with the football here to begin quarter number 2, as they've got it with a 3rd down coming up. They'll come to the line needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. Off the play fake, here's Hurts. He's airing it out for Williams. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
Thus far, they've been able to move the line of scrimmage very well in the running game. Almost felt like they said in the huddle, can you guys pass protect? Let's take a big shot downfield. Didn't get it on that one, but they may come back to it again.
A 39-yard punt, a return of 5, and they will take over 1st and 10. The Chargers offense and Joe Burrow getting set for this next drive. And he's had things all his way in this first half. The numbers sensational as he'll look to add to them with another drive here. Here's Burrow. He finds his man complete. That's Ferguson. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. It'll go as an impressive 31-yard gain.
when they've needed a play this year, he's certainly been the guy to deliver it. As this season has gone on, he's been awfully consistent and sometimes spectacular.
So here's a 1st and 10 now in Raider territory at the 35-yard line. Chubb on the counter. Pretty nice, aggressive run there before being brought down just inside of the 30. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3. And again, it's Chubb. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. Calling no gain that time as it's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 3 to go.
It's 3rd down and 4.
From the shotgun, Joe Burrow. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he is going to have the Chargers' 1st down, and he was able to get it by plenty. A gain of 8 on 3rd and 3. And it appears we have a Charger shaken up on that last play. Now, this is just the last thing you want to see in the final week of the regular season. Well, I hope he's okay. We'll step aside and be right back. They're passing here, Joe Burrow. That one is slant to McLaurin. This one is stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. Now a 2nd and 2.
At the 12-yard line.
Burrow will throw. Over the middle, complete. It's Ferguson. And the Chargers are going to have a 1st and goal as the tackle is made at about the 5.
Chargers 1st down. 1st and goal at the 5-yard line.
Throwing again, it's Burrow. This is caught. Nice job defensively to hold him to 4, and now it's 2nd and goal.
I think as he began this throw, you saw that the area was congested, but he has a lot of confidence in his arm, and he fits that one in there nicely. They pick up the catch.
And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Chargers. Nick Chubb with his 9th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Chargers have taken the lead.
For as good as Nick Chubb is in the open field, he's every bit as good when they line him up down near the goal line. He's a speed back between the 20s, but a power back down close, and he forces his way into the end zone.
Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And that makes the score 14-7. So that drive in total 8 plays. And Nick Chubb, the one to finish it off, as he does so with a touchdown run. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. The Raiders offense and Puka Nacua ready to take over once more. And seemingly every time they've looked his way in this first half, it has resulted in a big play, as borne out by the numbers. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. On the ground, it's Swift to start the drive. Knifes his way forward here, but just 3 yards on the play. 2nd down. Ball on the 30 now. Here's 2nd down at 7. Here's a toss play right to Swift. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down. Throwing from the gun, it's Hurts. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Hurts dangerous when he runs that football. He's got a 1st.
Well, he and his offense were staring down what was likely a 3 and out. Zero fear from his side, though. Never doubted for a second they pick up the 1st. He's ready to pull the trigger on a keeper the moment it revealed itself.
Hurts sets up to throw it. That's complete to Swift out of the backfield. He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards. From the 48-yard line, here's a 2nd and 8. They run out of the gun with Swift. And he's going to get across midfield and into Charger territory. The completion on first didn't get much, and now the run on second doesn't get a whole lot either.
Well, if you're a good play caller, you've already looked ahead and anticipated this type of situation. Already down on his play sheet, trying to dial up a big third down play.
Well, this is caught at the 20. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. A big one there on third down. They hit for 30 yards.
We always talk about the guy who paid off the play, don't we? The guy who caught it or ran it. But how about the elements that go into making a big play? This one in particular, able to scan the field, pocket held up nicely. What a terrific job by the offensive line. The route well run, and the football right on the money.
They'll look to throw now on first down. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. Opted to run for it. The decision a good one. Picking up the first, getting 14 yards on the scramble. Looking to throw. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down.
Grover Stewart getting in there for the sack.
Well, there's still time to rectify this situation because the silver lining, they took a sack on first and goal. But that close to the goal line, that still definitely hurts.
We've hit the 2-minute mark of the second quarter, 14-7.
So after the sack, here's 2nd and 14. They'll look to throw.
Looking for the out route. He's got it. Complete to Kittle.
5 yards that time on the completion. And now it's 3rd and goal. He'll look to throw. He's going to be sacked back at the 23-yard line. The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. On now is the field goal team here as the Raiders will try for 3. From the right hash, this from an even 40 yards out. And his kick here is good. And they'll cut the lead back down to 4 now at 14-10.
So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
The offense trots back out there. Let's turn our focus now to Nick Chubb. It's the second quarter. His team has the lead, but I think he's hoping for a little bit more production out of himself.
And we often talk about preaching patience to a runner when things are a little bumpy in the early going, but we have to do the same thing with the offensive line. They can't wait to halftime to make the adjustments. They have to do it from series to series. So those surface tablets come into play. Check out what the defense is doing and see if they can find a better way to run it.
So they search for that patience here now.
And Burrow going to be hit and taken down. They got him.
The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 33 seconds to go in the first half.
How to approach this. 3rd down and 16 yards to go.
Not wanting to risk another sack, they'll play it safe with a run. Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. And a fair catch taken back near about the 35, 36-yard line. 36 yards on the punt with no return. And the Raiders will take over now 1st and 10.
Here's Hurts to throw.
And he will not make it back to the line of scrimmage as he's going to be taken down. They'll throw now on the final play. So we've reached halftime here in a 4-point game. As we'll send you eastward to Orlando. Standing by with that EA Sports halftime report now is Jonathan Coachman. Take it away, Coach.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. More from you and Charles in a bit. But first, time for a look around the NFL to see what's going on here in the late window. We'll get started up at Paycor Stadium in Cincinnati, where it was the visiting Panthers who were able to come in and get one on the road. Christian McCaffrey, a touchdown run in the victory. We saw a solid first half out of the workhorse Nick Chubb. He wound up finding the end zone on a touchdown run to help give his guys the advantage here at the break. We were certainly treated to an entertaining first half. Both these teams with some high points and maybe a couple of low points as well. So it's going to be a question of who can be the most disciplined team going forward.
And a decent return out to the 27-yard line.
Out comes the Raiders offense. They'll go on offense first to start quarter number 3.
Well, out of the locker rooms here they come. Their first drive of the third quarter. And, Charles, they're trailing in this ball game, but we got a tight one and set up to be a very entertaining second half.
And as we know, partner, in the NFL, there's trailing and there's trailing, right? Sometimes you're discouraged by how much you're down, but in this case, this is a tight ball game, so there's a sense of optimism here. I think they went into half and looked at their play sheet and said, these are the plays we really like. What do you say we use them to start the second half and get us going?
Well, this is caught by Williams. Just his second catch of the game so far. This one moves the chains.
A gain of 9 yards. And the Raiders first down.
Hurts. Going to be taken in here by Nakua.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. So from Charger territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 46.
They'll run right here with Swift.
And he'll get this down only to about the 46.
Tackled by Isaiah Simmons. Now 2nd and 9. Once again, it's Swift.
And he'll be close to a first down at the Chargers' 37. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be 3rd and less than a yard. He'll drop to throw. And this is going to be incomplete. The LA defense up to snuff in coverage there. Pushes this to 4th down. So coming on now is the field goal unit. They're going to try for 3, and he'll need all the leg he's got here. And this one is right through. And the lead is down to 1 now at 14-13.
So they were facing the deficit coming out of the locker room at intermission, and at least they're able to get the field goal to cut into that deficit.
Yeah, now your offense feels pretty good about itself, right? A little bit more up to speed coming out of the break. You turn to your defense now and say, hey, we got 3 there. We're chipping into the lead. Can you help us out? Hold them. Let's get the ball back for us.
Now we'll look at the Chargers offense. They get ready for their first possession of the second half. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
They'll motion McLaurin left.
A little jet sweep to start the drive. And he'll work this one up to about the 38. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6.
Now Burrow.
Throwing it Terry McLaurin's way again, and he's got it.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 17 yards is the pickup there for number 17.
First and 10 at the 46-yard line.
Burrow looking to pass.
The throw here right sideline falls incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. From the shotgun, it's Burrow. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. They get to him for a loss of 4, and it brings up third down on the sack.
Going to need a crafty play call here. 14 yards is what they need to try to convert this thing.
In motion goes the tight end. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
And those two just haven't been in sync thus far. They've done a nice job against him, but still, with his talent, you would expect them to have more completions to him in this game.
This is away, but boy, headed straight for the sidelines. And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line.
Here's Las Vegas ready to take the field.
And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you met fan bases that wanted that, that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
And there just continues to be nowhere to run. He's bottled up again at the line of scrimmage. On third down, he'll drop to throw.
He'll find Swift out of the backfield.
That's going to bring up fourth down. Only a gain of 2 there.
We can make this one pretty simple. Locked up all of his progressions downfield, forced to get it to his running back. But how about the way they ran to the football and knocked him down to force a fourth down?
And the punter Bailey on now as he sends this one away.
And it's fielded at the 34. 39 yards on the punt. Give him just 1 yard on the return.
And it will be first and 10 as they take over. L.A. readies for its next possession.
And our game's hit a little bit of a lull here. A little bit of a snag. Punts on back-to-back drives.
And old school coaches don't necessarily mind that. Didn't turn it over, right? Didn't create a big play for the other team. Right now what you're looking for is, can you gain an advantage in field position? And that's what both teams are seeking right now.
Yeah, they'll be seeking to gain that advantage here on this drive. Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. He's got Mason complete. And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards.
Good, sure hands there from a guy not accustomed to catching a whole lot of passes. But how about the way he was able to pull that one in and pick up good yardage?
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is going to have the Chargers first down, and he'll have it by plenty as they're able to keep the drive alive on 3rd and inches.
Got to say, I was a little surprised to see him, Charles, come out in the shotgun on 3rd and less than a yard.
Yeah, but the way the NFL is nowadays, we hardly ever see anyone really run for it on short yardage. So they're going to throw the football more times than not. That was a nice, easy rhythm throw right there, and they pick up the first down.
Now Starks. And he's corralled at the 40, but not before picking up 8.
Good yardage there on first down. Exactly what you want. Get yourself set up to keep making first downs, keep the clock running. And if they're smart, you're starting to milk the clock. No hurry before you run your second down play.
Complete to Johnston here.
And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. 22 yards on the catch and run, a first down. Final minute now in the 3rd quarter.
First and 10 at the 18-yard line.
Here's Burrow.
And that's going to be incomplete.
And when you're in a one-score game in the second half, now's not the time to force the football in the places where you shouldn't. And that's a smart decision to just get that one out of there.
Now they return to the ground game. Chubb. And a good gain here of 9 from the 19 down to the 10.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. And he takes it in for a Charger touchdown.
Malik Neighbors
From 10 yards out.
And the Chargers are able to extend their lead in the final seconds of this third quarter.
The catch and the touchdown, they were the end result of a terrific route run by the receiver.
Carlson on for the PAT. And with that, the lead is up to 8. So that drive goes 8 plays. And it ends with the Chargers getting into the end zone. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. And he will be taken down here on the return on what will wind up being the final play of this third quarter. 1 quarter remains here as the regular season starts to wind down. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports.
Back now at SoFi Stadium in Inglewood. The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive. There's still plenty of time here in the fourth quarter. In just a one-possession game, down 8. They'll be looking for the touchdown and 2-point conversion. A field goal here in this drive does very little at this stage.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
Throwing is Hurts. That's to the left sideline and incomplete.
Well, so far on this drive, they've done some good work. They force incompletions on 1st and 2nd down, bring up 3rd and 10. That brings up the big question. Do they bring pressure or do they play coverage on this down?
He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete.
All this defense knows. Fourth quarter, they need to make a play. That one was right for the taking. Could have changed the complexion of the ball game, but it winds up incomplete.
On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. Good coverage there holds them to just a 2-yard return following a punt of 44. And out will come the offense as they take over.
The Chargers offense and their quarterback headed out for this next possession. And as we show you some of the highlights from earlier, he has been instrumental in getting his guys the lead as he looks to finish strong and close this one out. The Charger drive about to get going. Their defense got the stop, forced the punt, and now you really start to monitor the clock as they nurse this slim lead.
And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
From the 33, here's 2nd down and 8.
Brings up 2nd and 8.
They're passing here. Joe Burrow
going out wide, finds Chubb.
So the completion good for 7 there. And now 2 yards to go on 3rd down.
That's the game of 7. Makes it 3rd and 2.
Off the play fake. Here's Burrow.
He's going to get that to his running back out of the backfield. And he is going to have the Chargers first down as they're able to convert by plenty there on 3rd and 1.
And that pickup of a first down, that's going to leave a mark because they really needed to stop them there, didn't they?
So frustrating defensively. You're a play away from getting that football back here down late. Tough.
Now they've got to find a way to create a turnover or takeaway. Otherwise, this one will probably get away from them.
He completes this one to Terry McLaurin. And he is brought down, but not before reaching the 30. A well-executed 22-yard gain. Now it's Burrow.
A short one there taken in by Ferguson.
And inside the 20 before he's brought down.
Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time and a first down. The tight end in motion right. Burrow will throw. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll leave him with a second and just a few inches left. Now it's Burrow. And that's going to be knocked away in the end zone. It's incomplete.
That was smart enough to avoid the taunting rule, but I'll guarantee he quietly has told them, you might want to stop coming after me downfield because I just broke up another pass and took away a big shot that you were trying to succeed with.
Out of the gun, it's Burrow. He's got his running back out of the backfield. And he takes this down to about the 2 before going out of bounds. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal.
Short yardage situation, you have to wonder if they thought that they were just going to run it inside. But you have to be cognizant of the back slipping out in the backfield trying to find some open space. And that's exactly what he does to the 2.
Open man, it's Johnston. Touchdown, Chargers. 2 yards on the touchdown there. And the Chargers are about to make it 4 straight as they add to this fourth quarter advantage. Well, that's certainly going to bump up the old win probability index because now it's a 2-score game here in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, you're taking me into that deep water now. Win probability index. This game's definitely not over. We're not looking at a 0.5% or something. It's just 2 scores. But the way that this team has played, to me, what I've seen, they absolutely deserve to win this game. They've been the better team by far throughout.
Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And the lead is up to 15 now. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. Oh, a dangerous return man showing it here. And they got to be pleased with this. He brings it all the way up to the 40-yard line. The Raiders offense now, they trot back out. And they have had their problems moving the ball through the air as we take you through some of the action from earlier. This secondary has played about as well as you can. Many times they've left this quarterback with nowhere to go with the football. The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. See if they can put this drive in the end zone, Charles, because it's been a little bit of a rough go at times. They've had to punt the football a ton in this ball game because of stalled-out drives.
So are you saying that you're kind of tired of seeing the punter run out there and do his thing during this game? Is that what you're trying to say?
Well, I mean, I'm okay with it. I have a feeling that this offense, they don't want to see the punter again.
And frankly, the punter doesn't want to run out there anymore himself. He would love to see his offense put together a drive and give his leg a rest.
Pass complete there to Nakua. That's good. The completion there for 7 yards, and that'll bring up second down. They will run straight ahead with Swift. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. And it appears we have a Charger shaken up on that last play. Well, Week 18, this is just when you hope everybody can get through the regular season healthy, but the medical staff is going to have to take a look here, and we'll step aside. Hurts sets up to throw it. Throw over the middle, he finds Williams. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6. Ball on the 28-yard line. Here's a second down and 4. Here's Hurts to throw. And that one too wide and incomplete.
Had the right idea there, trying to throw it to the sideline, but he let it just a little bit too much, trying to get it out to his receiver. Ends up falling to the ground, incomplete.
Looking to throw. He's got his target. That's complete. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Raider touchdown. Jamison Williams, 28 yards. And the Raiders are able to cut into that deficit. So this is now a 9-point difference. You figure the book here says kick the extra point, make it a 1-score game.
Now, you and I have seen coaches get overly aggressive in this spot, but I agree with you. Kick it here and get back within a score.
Extra point right down the middle, as this gets them back within a touchdown and a 2-point conversion. So the lead trimmed down to 8 as here comes the kickoff, and it's away.
And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. The home team's offense and their quarterback ready to go once more. And he has been masterful so far in leading this offense. He's kept the mistakes to a minimum. He's been on point with his passes, and he's generally been one step ahead of this defense all game long. Quickly into the hands of Neighbors off the RPO.
2 yards on the pickup there, and that'll make it second down.
It's second and 8 at the 25-yard line.
They'll try and wind down some clock with Chubb. He's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up 3rd and 1.
The Chargers on 3rd down. They've converted 6 times and could use a 7th here. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. They'll run for it. Here's Chubb. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44.
52 yards rushing for him now as he's carried it 13 times.
I have to chuckle to myself a little bit, Brandon, because right now I could be in that huddle with that offensive line. I know exactly what they're saying. If you call a pass play here, we're going to call a timeout. Run the football. We've got control of this thing. Get in behind us and let's go.
Their time to shine.
Right there, he rose to the occasion late in a close game.
It's something he thought about, dreamed about, and worked on throughout his career. Because in these types of situations, he wasn't going to allow extra coverage to keep him from getting the football.
They go up the middle with Chubb. And he'll get it down here to the 43. And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. They run it again with Chubb. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. You'd have to think likely another running play coming here, 2nd and 11. They give the Chubb out of the gun. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. This will be play number 8 here on the drive. It's 3rd and a yard. And Chubb will try the middle here. And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage.
Holding offense.
And this 3rd down looking very tough after the holding penalty. 3rd and long. Chubb will get the call running left. Powerful running. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field.
Holding offense.
3rd and 10 wasn't going to be easy. Now after the holding penalty, they have to deal with a 3rd and 20. They'll go left side on the ground with Chubb, and he'll get nothing out of that one. They've called his number a lot this afternoon. You wonder how much tread is left on those tires.
We certainly do, but I always think back to one of my favorite coaches in the NFL, and he used to have a meeting with his running backs every year in the offseason and say, look, as many times as you're going to carry the ball, you should be able to carry it one more time, so make sure you get in shape.
And he'll get off a fairly short kick here as this is toward the sideline. And this one will not be returnable as it sails out of bounds.
The visitors' offense and their wide receiver getting set for this next possession. And he's looking to finish strong. He has been the star of the show as they have just had absolutely no answers for him defensively.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started.
This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
In fact, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
Hurts fumbles it. And now this ball picked up by the offense. But here in the final 2 minutes of the game, this will be blown dead. Only the fumbler can advance the football. So this will go back to the spot of the fumble itself.
And that is incomplete. 7 seconds remaining.
Well, this is getting close to a no-win situation now. They've got one final shot. They're on their end of the field, and it's 4th and long. This might require a little extra razzle-dazzle to get it done.
And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs.
They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Chargers will get the football back in excellent field position. Burrow down to a knee, and that should be the final act of this one. Well, you really can't ask for much more than what we just had here. Not only a close game that went down to the wire, Charles, but a clean one, too. No turnovers in this contest.
And I think you're exactly right about that. To me, this is just a pair of offenses trying to find the slightest bit of separation from each other. And they were both hoping that the other side would make the big mistake first. But today, neither side made that mistake. And what we got, a very entertaining game throughout.
So, for the Chargers, they'll wind up picking up win number 14 on the year. And now they'll have the week off as they get set to go after a Super Bowl title. Meanwhile, for the Raiders, they suffer their 4th loss so far. And it will be a disappointing finish to the regular season, no doubt. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, we thank our entire crew. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This is the NFL on EA Sports.
You talking about? There's still something else with that.